This video provides easy-to-follow instructions for you to create this ratchet plate using Onshape. Click below in the video description. Here you will find links to all of the resources you need to complete this project. First, there is a link for a PDF instruction sheet. Click this link and open the project drawings and specifications in a new browser tab. Next, if you don't have an Onshape account, use one of these links to create a free account at the Onshape website. Last, there are links for each of the segments of this video. The video instruction is organized into 5 segments. In Segment 1, you will read the engineering drawings. Segment 2 will establish the design intent. In Segment 3, you will create the part model using Onshape. Next, you will check the accuracy of your model by checking its mass properties. Last, you will check the design intent by making changes to the model to see if it will update correctly. Now you are ready to begin the project. In this segment, we'll read the engineering drawing for this ratchet plate. Let's start by identifying the views provided in the drawings. First, there is an isometric view showing the ratchet plate as a 3-dimensional pictorial. Next, 2 orthographic views. On the bottom, a front view. Projected above the front view, a top view. When creating the parametric model, we need to identify the basic shapes and features. The front view shows the plate is circular, with all of the features concentric to the center. The center hole has a keyway notch for aligning the plate on a shaft. There are 18 individual teeth arrayed evenly around the outside of the circular plate. The top view shows the plate has a uniform thickness. Next, we'll look at the dimensions and notes. First, the dimensions are in decimal inches. The size of the teeth are defined by the diameters of 2 circles. The outer circle has a diameter of 6 inches. The inner circle a diameter of 5 inches. The length of the tooth is defined by the distance along the circular edge equal to 20 degrees. The center hole has a diameter of 1.25 inches. The keyway notch will accommodate a 1/4 inch key. It is 0.25 inches wide and 0.125 inches high. The thickness of the plate is 0.25 inches. The material is steel. The mass is measured in pounds. Next, let's establish our design intent. To start, we need to identify any features that might be changed or revised during the design process. First, the number of teeth around the outside may need to be increased or decreased. The angular length of each tooth is directly related to the number of teeth. Currently, an angle of 20 degrees per tooth results in a total of 18 teeth. That is 360 degrees divided by 18 equals 20 degrees. In the model, we will set the number of teeth as a variable and use that value to drive the angular length of each tooth. Also, the outside diameter of the plate may be increased. Next, we need to identify the features that will not change if the part is revised. The thickness of the plate will remain the same. The size of the center hole and keyway notch will remain unchanged. The height of the tooth will remain the same. So the design intent is to be able to change the number of teeth on the outside of the plate, and change the outside diameter, and have the other features update without errors. Before we model the part in Onshape, let's preview the steps in the modeling process. First, from the drawing, we will identify the profile we will use for the base sketch. In this project, the front view defines the overall shape and size, so we will use it for the base sketch. The sketch will be placed on the front sketch plane. The origin will be placed at the center of the circle. Sketch 1 will define all of the size and shape elements. Extrude 1 will add thickness and create the base feature. Now, let's get started modeling the part using Onshape. I have opened a new Onshape document and named it Ratchet Plate. The workspace units are set to inches, and the mass is set to pounds. It was identified in the design intent that we want to be able to change the number of teeth on the outside of the plate. For this purpose, we will start by creating a variable for the number of teeth. Click on the Options menu. Scroll to the bottom of the menu. Click on the Variables tool. In the dialog box, enter the variable name using all capitals. Call it teeth. At the top of the dialog box, click to set the number as the type of value. For the value, enter 18 for the number of teeth. In the description, enter total teeth. Use the green check to accept. The variable is now listed at the top of the feature list. Start a new sketch. Choose the front sketch plane. Use N on the keyboard to view normal and P to turn off the planes. We will start with the center hole. Use a center point circle. Click on the origin for the center. Set the diameter at 1.25 inches. Next, use a construction circle. Again, start at the origin and set the diameter at 5 inches. This defines the plate size without the teeth. Now to set the height of the teeth, use a line, hover at the origin, and move the mouse vertical and coincident to the circle and click to start the line. Sketch the line vertical and dimension it to 0.5 inches. To set the length of the tooth, we will use an angle. Use a construction line, click on the origin and then coincident to the circle. Use the dimension tool to set the angle. Click on the vertical line and then the construction line. For the angle value, enter 360 divided by, then enter a hashtag from the keyboard. Choose the variable. When you hit enter, the value is calculated using the variable amount, so the angle is 20 degrees. This angle is now driven by the number of teeth entered in the variable. To finish one tooth, use a line and click coincident to the top of the vertical line, then coincident to the intersection of the construction line and the circle. Don't dimension this line, its length is also controlled by the variable. We now have one tooth defined. Next, use a sketch circular pattern to distribute the teeth equally around the plate. Click on the circular pattern tool in the sketch toolbar. Click on the two elements of the tooth. For the number, enter hashtag from the keyboard and choose the variable teeth. Click the left mouse button and it shows 18 teeth. Notice that the teeth are blue, meaning that they are not fully constrained. Click on one of the teeth and gently pull. Notice that the center of the circular pattern is not constrained and moves. Use the coincident constraint to set the center of the pattern coincident to the origin. Now they've all turned black. Last, we can add the notch to the center hole for the keyway. Choose a center point rectangle from the sketch menu. Hover at the origin and move vertical. When you are coincident to the top of the circle, click to start the rectangle and enter 0.25 for the width and the height. This completes the sketch. Use the green check to accept. Now we can use Extrude to add thickness to the part. Click on Extrude in the feature menu. This will be a new part. Click on Sketch 1 to select the region without the center hole and keyway. This should extend forward from the sketch plane. Set the distance at 0.25 inches. This looks correct. The part is now complete. We can now test the operation of the variable by changing the number of teeth and see how the model responds. Double-click on the variable in the feature list. Change the value to 30. Click on the final button to preview the result. The part should update to 30 teeth without causing errors. This looks great. Use the red X to cancel the change. In this segment, we'll check the accuracy of the model by checking its mass properties. To check the model, the mass units should be set to pounds and the material set to steel with a density of 0.284. If the size and shape of your model was completed accurately, the mass should be 1.548 pounds. Let's look at this process step by step. First, open the document that contains the model of the ratchet plate. Next, check the workspace units and make sure that mass was set to pounds. Next, set the material to steel. Go to the part in the parts list. Right-click and choose Assign Material. In this case, we're searching for steel with a density of 0.284. Click to select it. Next, go down to the lower right corner and click on the Display Mass Properties button. When the dialog box opens, click on the part, and the display shows a mass of 1.548 pounds. If this was your result, then your part is accurate and matches the specifications. If your results were different, go back to Sketch 1 and check for errors. In this segment, we will make some revisions to the design and check if our design intent has been applied correctly. We will start by reading the revision drawing to identify the features that will be changed. First, number of teeth along the outside edge has changed to a total of 24. This results in the angular length of each tooth changing to 15 degrees. Also, the diameter of the plate has changed to 9 inches. All of the other features remain the same. Now we will make the revisions to the ratchet plate. I have opened the Onshape document that contains the ratchet plate. The number of teeth around the outside and the angular length of each tooth is driven by the variable. Double-click on the variable in the feature list. Change the value from 18 to 24. Use the Final button to preview the update. This looks correct and there are no errors in the sketch. Use the green check to close. The diameter of the plate is defined in Sketch 1. Double-click on Sketch 1 in the feature list to open it. Use N on the keyboard to view normal. Double-click on the diameter of the construction circle. Change this to 8 inches, which will result in the outside diameter being 9 inches. Use the Final button to preview. This looks correct. Use the green check to accept. Now we can check the mass properties of the revised part. The mass should be 3.874 pounds. If this is your result, your part has updated accurately. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, look for more projects at cadvideotutor.com. Also, hit the like or subscribe button. If you have a question, leave a comment.